All right, Mississippi State and Auburn in SEC action. Next up here, we've got Auburn 5.5 point home favorites, 50 the total in this game. I'm starting to finally, and maybe this is the week now that I'm finally ready to get on the Mike Leach Express. That maybe I'm. This is the week they fall apart probably. Now that I'm finally ready to say, you know what, I might back this team finally because I took Kentucky against them and they won, and I took Arkansas on Saturday against Mississippi State, and Arkansas won, but Mississippi State got the cover, losing by a field goal. This is the time I'm considering jumping in on the Mississippi State train here. It's just a tricky spot for Auburn. They're off a game that was very important to them against A&M. Bad Bo Nix showed up again. What else? That's what happens when Bad Bo Nix shows up. That's what can happen. He was shut down the entire game. Only 3 points, one interception, fewer than 50% completions in that game. The run game tank Bigsby. The tank was out of gas on Saturday against Texas A&M. They didn't run the football well at all in that game. And now you got to try to bounce back here against Mississippi State, who, look, they've done a solid job here. Their defense, I think, is better than people think. Will Rogers has been good at the quarterback spot. And look, the strength of the Auburn defense has been against the run. They can give up yards through the air. So I'm not even sure against the air raid Mike Leach attack here that this is a great matchup for Auburn's defense, because Auburn's numbers against the pass, they're worse than they are against the run. So right now I'm leaning to the dog here, Mississippi State. What do you think here, Conor Mack?
Yeah, I lean to the dog too. I was on the points with Mississippi State with Arkansas. That was a good game here. Yeah, what Bo Nix is going to show. He's had a great year, and I've had to say, hey, he's played well. I had to eat some of my words, eat shit, because he's played really, really well. Has to turn the ball over. But here's that 5.5 again. I think, it's just a few too many points. Mississippi State's played well on the road. They just keep doing it. Like you talked about, right, when you're ready to take them, and they might shit the bed here. So, I mean, I lean with them. This isn't one of my top looks, but I lean the points with them. I just don't want to take Auburn to win by a touchdown, not after last week's performance. But they come back home. They should play better here. Mississippi State's just a feisty football team, and I think it's a close one. I lean under a little bit as well. I don't love it, but at 50, I lean under a little bit.